That's crazy. Just three updates ago, I think we're back online. 3 updates ago, they it's something that just makes my stuff just crash like 50% more. With more instances. With the same programs. Actually, less programs. I have to turn off my browser now. It was something with the UI. Ugh. Whatever. Because legit, if you look like look 3 updates ago, they talk about the UI stuff. And they did S&Box UI, not their... Well, they did S&Box UI and the Sandbox UI, Garry's Mod 2. So, and that's why some people are having some crash issues, I think. They're like, yeah, we'll just make it more fast. And probably put it in your memory, and then come to find out, wait, that might not be good. Right now, people are gonna have to start buying freaking memories the size of houses to make sure they can keep up with this, man. With the economy and the freaking game requirements. We're gonna need an extension cord for our memory unit. We attach like a thing into the memory unit that's just an extension cord for more memory sticks. Just like plugs in, and it's just the big memory units that are like 50 megabytes each. They're the size of a PC, but you get like 500 megabytes. I mean, hey. I mean, it would work. Actually, I don't think it would, but... Let's imagine. Let's imagine real quick. Let's imagine I start, like... What if I imagine myself understanding this? Will I actually get better? How can I best phrase this? I'm so upset that I can't, like, my brain just won't lock in. But it's getting there. And then I can make a video out of it. Just like I did with the action graph. Uh-oh. Oh, 9. Oh, no, that's okay. I gotta do it. That's right. That's an on check. Oh, that's fascinating. I gotta see if the UI is open or not. And if so, on proxy, close it. Fascinating. Like, that's so stupid in a weird way. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Index 0 based. That... Yo. Index 0 based. Must be greater or equal or to less. What a crazy sentence. Must be greater than or equal to 0 and less than the size of the argument. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to get in a list, so... But, where the heck am I looping? Like, I am not looping anywhere, am I? Weird. There's no... What loop? So... Just trying to... Wait, now showing... Well, hold up. What is going on? Is it the proxy? Is it this? Wait, doing a double proxy is a problem? Because, wait, this is now sending an error when we actually did this before. Now that I realize, what in the world? So is it really just that? Technically, because, yeah, that straight up should not be doing what this is doing. So, no wonder. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But, hey, we're figuring it out. I am. I do feel like I'm getting better at it. Let me get the API up real quick. I want to look at replication again. Documentation. Sick. Documentation sucks on mobile. Great job, Face Punch. Oh no, there it is. Networking. Connection from dedicated servers. HTTP network events. It might be a sync. So for sync properties, the sync attribute will have the latest value sent to each player each time it changes. Right. So what types of I don't know though. Like that doesn't. Like it kind of sounds like it, but also doesn't. Okay, where is that happening? Well, I know where it's happening, but like, what? What? Wait, do we even go? Wait, we get big, and then hold up. So can I do it on here? Oh, we might have to restart the engine. That might be a restart. And if not, I'm gonna flip out because I barely change anything, and that's crazy. That's how it'd be, right? That's how it'd be. That's how it'd be. That's alright though. Testing multiplayer. So, new instance for this recently spawn. I've already read this, but let's reread this. So, new instance, which you can current session. Click on this to join your session. Iterating. Continue. Well, yeah, but no. Reconnect. Reconnect command. That is kind of cool. Join manually. You can join via. Okay, barely any information. Terrible. Doo doo. Literally. RPC. I guess I'll just. Maybe look at ownership, because this is kind of an ownership problem. Network objects be owned by a connection. That connection is my connection on the same connection. Objects that are connected by a connection are stimulated by that connection. Their possession of owner transfer. Do I gotta transfer the frickin' owner? No, that's for like setting owner so you can control something else. Make it so anyone can change the owner of this networked object. Weird. Anyone can change ownership, transfer, ownership fixed, request. Getting the owner. Getting the owner is getting owner ID. Network.owner ID. So find the owner of a game object. Okay. In reality, day to day, you won't be interested in a particular owner. But I am. Because it just won't work. You could do that by doing isProxy, which would be simulated. Yes, but the variable won't get set because I'm an instance of my same stuff. So it's thinking it's the same thing. Which makes no sense, kinda, but also does, kinda. Where it is, but isn't. Alright, let's see if... Oh, I looked at it. It might break. It might be one of those things where it breaks on look. And if not, if this breaks... Oh no, it just straight up... Dang, so it just breaks? Oh no, it might break because I looked at it. I might have that bug. But that means this. So if I get this doesn't like work anymore? Like, what is going on? Like, literally, like, it just stopped working. Alright, so if I unplug both, save... There's literally nothing else... a proxy can fire. So we shall see. I'm learning. I don't know why my brain just won't click. It just, for some reason... What the heck? Oh no, it seriously might be bugged. Oh dude, yeah, I got that observer bug, I think, for the F4 menu. Or it's even more weird if... I think maybe having the nodes It's something's. I think it's a bug. Something's messed up. This ain't just like what is this? Something's wrong. But I just don't know why my brain just can't. Why is my character here? Dude. What is am I here? Am I live? Where did my guy join? I'm just joining someone else's server right now. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna actually do development and play a game at the same time. I'm gonna be playing the game with my feet. So default on so you can play default on network bedman. It's so stupid. It's so annoying. Like, so it won't click. But it will. I know it will. It's funny because the documentation, right? It gives me pieces of it, but not fully, which is a problem. Like, it's like, okay, I could get the owner ID, but how do I use it in this case? And now I'm having an error that, like, I wasn't having right before I started doing stuff, and now it's happening. So I don't know what happened. Okay, zero base, out of the argument. How about you zero this? So, let me just freak out a little bit and be like, okay, why is this doing this? Delete. I don't care. Delete it all. Restart, restart, restart. I didn't add nothing else besides messing this, and you saw that on stream. I legit, we could go back in VOD and watch that. So what's going on? Well, we're checking if we're a proxy. Yes, we're firing here. We should be only firing both. So now we're having a thing where it's not even firing. There's no way the on start changed anyway. Let's check that just in case, because it could have. No. Alright, good. Click, click, click. Good. Close. So those two click. So where was the index? Is it the game mode? Do I get, wait, is it game mode bugged? Hold up. 0, 1, 0, 1, 2. Go into 0, 0 into that, which is this into that. Yeah. Fascinating. It legit, like, regressed. Dude, Gary Newman is an Eldritch god. I swear to God, dude, I'm not joking. I will have, like, well, I have encountered actual bugs. Fun fact, if you look at a while in action graphs, this has been a bug since the beginning. If you look at, which I haven't actually, to be fair, I haven't actually posted it. But to be fair, I posted another really important bug and they never fixed it until, well, never fixed it, but they didn't fix it until like 3 months later, even though it was a game, it broke the action graphs. Like, I could look at an action graph and it, like, shows it. Specs. Oh, wait, did I have this? Wait, hold up. Why is it not working? I don't know. I always have technical difficulties. Wait. I think that's actually down. Yeah, because careful when you're playing S&Box 3 updates ago, there is a higher chance of memories breaking. Or, not breaking. Game crashing due to memory. So my stuff crashed. That's crazy. I might have to restart. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, it legit crashed. That's why. That's legit why. Hold up. We're coming back online. But yo, hope everyone's had a fantastic day today. Big boy day. Let's go. Did it just close? Oh, it did. Yeah, that's crazy. I gotta restart my PC. So currently commands are not gonna work for a little bit. Only some. Cool. Legit program opened and closed. Awesome. Well, my computer's like fully crashed in right now, basically, but that's right. What is that 36? That's right, that's not going to open either because my freaking thing... Oh, hey, can I get a Gary Newman on the phone line and tell him to fix it? Please. I gotta go, wait. Into my code. No, I gotta open up Visual Studio so then it can open up the code. Or it might actually be there. It is there. I gotta go to... Which actually a player hides. 36. So the triggering of the F4 menu, of course. So the triggering of it. So is my on start on fire now? It literally, we were fine. And now that bug is literally there's no way. But that's wild though. I mean, hey. So the execution is on the on start. So my on start is messed up even though I did nothing to it. Oh, I gotta close this before my freaking thing crashes. That's fascinating. So one of these things are messing up. What's going on? Do we get fire? Wait, do we actually get the fire or no? Well, I guess I'm gonna look on... Well, let's see. Let's see if we get that one bug, because there's another action graph bug where... this will break. Nope, not breaking. Okay. Well, not yet. And I can't see it yet because I'm not targeted on my actual action graph, the actual on start. So we could see it is on this guy. So we gotta close our graph, open up this one, which opens up the actual one on me. Then we can... Well, if it wants to work, but right now, for some reason, no. Yeah, it is composed. Wait, what? It was, so the bug wasn't even there. The bug is further back. What in the world? I wonder what happened. So textception was a thing for DarkRP. Unfortunately for action graphs, not the best for looking. Game mode start. Oh no, it did. Actually, it didn't break. Sick. Because sometimes it doesn't even look, and it actually like there's a bug that like it errors out, or there's like error editor UI something like a paragraph long. But yo, I hope you have a great one. Yeah, Gary Newman's like, yeah, see you later. DarkRP game mode start. Okay. DarkRP game mode start. Dude, you know what would be funny if this is actually what breaking everything now, because this was not breaking everything before. But the thing is, it should be kind of breaking everything. Because I copy pasted, so this is actually a reference to nothing, which nulls out this stuff. So, also, this is a multiplayer. Would this matter? No, this... Well, for me to get that, but that is for if that object's gonna be ownable. This is not gonna be ownable. Yeah. Okay. Which one is this one? Oh, it's on that. Well, I could, yeah, so RP. Okay, so that's fixed. Let me look in here anymore. We'll go with this. Okay, I can. Newman. We pray. Everybody pray to Newman. Newman. Fix it. The Eldritch God Newman is looking above us and just building power. He trolls only game developers and Rust players. He loves all Gary's Mod players. Only. Oh. He loved Gary's Mod so much, he didn't want to copy it. Legit. Like, actually. It's kind of smart to not do that. Some things are best if they're a one banger, but Gary's Mod wasn't, because it's like so outdated. I mean, it works great, but you can't do some crazy stuff like you can in here and what we're gonna see within 2 years, guaranteed, and then next 10 years. And this ain't going nowhere. This is their engine. They're using this. They confirm they're gonna be using this to make their own games in the future. So this is gonna get updated no matter what, even if the people stop using it. So yoink. Then if no one's playing on S&Box or all the games on S&Box, I can still make a game in this and upload it on Steam. And make money off of it. And not have to pay Facepunch a dime. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. I feel like this is the list. The problem. I kind of feel like it's also still gonna break because that's good, but get all chat commands. I wonder, can I see this on start? Oh, I can. It's very faint. Yeah, there we go. See, it actually does. Oh. And guess what? The action graphic, like they were shows you that stuff, was broken for 3 months. And that broke 5 months ago. That made me stop making DarkRP. So you could blame Gary Newman that this framework is not done and that I don't know how to use multiplayer. Not even kidding. Because the main thing is in action graphs, and if I can't easily just see with single player stuff to easily get that stuff down, multiplayer, that makes sense. It's multiplayer. Okay. But when it's a single player thing for anything basic single player related, yeah, you're insane. You're insane. If you think that it shouldn't have this. Okay, so that looks good. We got to clear. We got to clear on game mode start now, but now we got a DarkRP problem. Now, if I press O, does it? No, nothing happens because the on start broke. That's fine. That's fine. I think on start, I might have to restart it. That sounds funny, but I might have to start the project because since there is wiles in here, it will break if I look at it sometimes. It's a bug. Like, literally. It sounds crazy. It's like, if you observe the particle state changes. That's exactly what happened. Are we getting any debug log first before that breaks? So I join, I do local player. That's that other debug thing in the other one on start. No, it's right out the gate. So let's do this. Let's see if that is true. Is this broken? Yo, low-key, this might be broken. And if it is, I'm gonna start crying. Yo, I might. Wait, we might have, like, no. Is it? Dude, I feel like we got a deep bug right now. We might be in hardware territory. I don't know. I'm in another dimension. Internally. I'm gonna restart it and it's gonna work. Yeah, that's what's going on. I gotta restart it. That's the other action graph bug. Just sometimes it just will do that, where the graphs will not work after you look at it, even without the whiles. But the whiles make it constant. And I know it's annoying. But the action graphs are really great. They really are. You can do anything in Razor. In there, you can do anything. In C#. It's so literal C#. It's not Unreal Engine 5 nodes, so it's harder to learn. But if you know C# and you're more in that, like, your mind frame is more into that stuff, you'll fly right through. No, I'm joking. But if not, don't worry, because it still is action graphs, which is way... It's more visual than direct C#, so... In some ways, it's easier. Well, in some ways it's easier and gives more capabilities in C#. Like, you can create an action graph variable and have someone make something in that variable. Which you could, I guess, theoretically do in another way, but I don't know if you can. Like, can you... I don't think you can get a CS code file as a variable and say, get this and select that. I don't think that's a thing right now. You can create functions on a variable, which I guess you could then fire a full line of code that way, but then that would be different. Well, I guess not different. I guess you would have to create a type of file and inherit that in the other one so it knows it's part of that one. I guess theoretically you could do that, I guess. That would work. And as iamekaj predicted, with no uncertainty, it worked. Because it's an action graph bug. And I got 500 hours in this, and I have experienced it probably over 100 times. Oh, actually no. Probably over 50. That's for sure. If I copy and paste the code, it fixes it, but only temporarily. And my code over here is... Wah, wah, wah. Too much. Now it's going to say on start error. Yep. So we got to do what? On start restart. Yep. You're like, what? Yep, I know. I still haven't reported the bug. I should, but it's like, I can't do it like on stream. I gotta like properly document it. It's not just a quick thing, and if I do, that's like minutes off, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I want to freaking develop the DarkRP thing. I want to learn it. So it's like, okay, I want to take the like 30 minutes to an hour that I would do to learn that, so I can learn that sooner and figure this crap out sooner and get the framework out sooner. Rather than taking, and it's not just that bug, but it's also like the 3 other ones, and they'll also be like almost hours equivalent to make it proper. I was thinking of collecting all my bugs and then not spamming it, but create 5 different tabs or however many tabs of bugs I need or need fixed, and paste and then publish them all at once on their GitHub. So when you look at the issues, it'll be my name like 5 times in a row. They'll see me then, but I'm a little worried they'll get a little upset with that. But they'll see me. Like action graph, action graph, action graph, action graph, action graph, editor, 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 editor. I've actually, since coming back like 3 weeks ago, I found, I think, 25 bugs, separate ones. 3 of them in the actual Gary's mod too, and the rest in the editor, separate. Which I think none of them have been fixed. Because I've been saying nothing. So of course they're not gonna get fixed. They're not using it as much as we're using it. They're developing it. They're putting it together, not using the thing. It's like they're putting the Lego kit together. They're not playing with the Lego kit. We're playing with the Lego kit. Like the finished Lego build. See? And it works. Alright. Now, question... I don't know. What was the problem? Well, I know it's an error. We fixed the other problem, which was we restarted, and that was a permanent error, which should have been doing errors sooner, but for some reason it didn't. Legit, when it should have. Warning, Gary's about to. Warning, Gary's about to. No, because that's got bad. No, it's a joke. It was a joke, I think. To imagine, it's like, yeah, I got banned on GitHub. How? I reported 5 different bugs. It's like, wait, what? Like, yeah, I have. It's like, okay. That's crazy. Should I try the one thing? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, you want to think that? Yo, hey, I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you. Hey, just trying to help people out, bit by bit. Which should get you started. Everything that you kind of need to know with an action graph. There's like deeper levels, of course, but that will like how you like use it. Fully, like with all the little problems that I talk about and you hear me talk about, I include in that video so you know as well. The little problems that you can like encounter when using it, which will probably get updated in the future, legitimately. That is actually, I'm like predicting that's most likely going to happen. But at least for now, that's currently how it all works. How can I non-zero this? All I'm trying to do, dude, you know what the wait, what? Wait. I need one. Yo, wait, it actually, wait, is that the actual game object or no? Did we finally get that? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Wait. Also, could you please wait a moment? Thank you. Sir, don't murder my family. I'm kinda trying to have dinner real quick. Thank you very much. Why? I'm trying to be... I'm trying to be most optimized. I'm gonna say screw it here like in 2 seconds. And I'm just gonna put the HUD on the freaking player. And then I'm gonna get the... I'm gonna shrivel up and die. Okay, I need to figure out. I need to lock in. Lock in. What is it? Why won't that... Oh, well, okay. Well, you know the reason why it didn't work now, because I actually unplugged it. I just thought about it. So it's number 1 of what could be problem. Actually, funny enough, let's see. Yeah. I wonder why that didn't work. Freaking dummy. Well, actually, I don't even think that even fired. Did it fire? What's it called? Dude, I've been like, oh my gosh, I've been doo-doo on my debug strings. That's right, close that, I don't care. Did find fire? I'll just try to do that then, I guess. I don't know. Cause like, I don't know. This is definitely the right way. All I'm trying, dude, the only thing I'm trying to do is set it dude, that's the craziest thing. I'm not like bad at this. It's just, it's so like you can't do it in any other way. Like I've arguably, yeah, you can check the VODs. I've arguably approached this really well in each different method, and it's like, actually this doesn't work for this reason. And actually you can't do it that way because of this reason. And it's like, Jesus. All I'm trying to do is, whoever's not the host, just put their name, just get that freaking information. And the best thing about it is that's probably not the right way to do it. But I can't even get there to fix that part because of this. Because I'm deciding to try to make it more similar to Garry's Mod 2 and how the UI works. So when people make add-ons for Garry's Mod 2 and make add-ons for this framework, it's going to be similar when you're talking about the HUD and similar stuff like that. And so I can easily, no joke, do it the other way where I could get the exact player, which I might gonna have to because it's like, because I just can't figure it out. But it's a problematic because I'm making this where it's very like supported for what was Garry's Mod DarkRP, which is not just only DarkRP, but someone taking the DarkRP framework, renaming it to Star Wars RP, upping the player limit to 100 plus, and that's when you're going to get 100 plus objects moving, doing things, ships flying, ships moving, ships things, everything's moving, updates everywhere, on updating, fix updating, 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 updating. And then on top of that, if you're going to use my framework, you're going to have that HUD that's going to be on the player, 1 times 100, not bad, but when you have 2 of the HUD pieces, because it'd be more than 1 piece, that grows exponentially. So if you got 250 people times 2, that's 500 game objects that's in the scene moving around that has to be updated by the engine and server. When I can just use 1 and do that. And that's what Phase Punch is doing. So what I'm doing is, that's why it's not direct, but it's legit what, like, it's made by Phase Punch. So like guys that know what they're doing, they did it this way. With only using 1 HUD element, which is a little bit more tricky to get. And also mod the game. If you're trying to mod Sandbox and S&Box, which is Garry's Mod 2. It is. That's actually technically Garry's Mod 2. Sandbox. It's tough. So this prediction, it's not going to work, but you know what? That is okay, because we're trying our best, and that's all we can do right now. And you know what? If I'm gonna make it DarkRP easy framework, single player only. I could get it all to work. I got better elevators and DXRP. I got all that type of stuff. I made my own ballistic system in the action graphs, and it works. And the only things I don't have is like the homing rocket from Half-Life, where you shoot it and it like goes where it's aiming. That's like the only thing I haven't made in there. Legit. I literally made that, and I can't figure out to just put one of the things or just get the network in a certain way. It's the most infuriating thing. It's like, I don't know, it's almost like shooting a ball or trying to like score or something like that, and you're just like, it just, boom, hit the rim, bounced out. No, but it was like, kind of looks like it's going to go in, spins around the loop, and, or the ring, boom, and then goes out. It's like, no, that's what I'm feeling right here. It's like, go on. It's like, I'm a good shooter. It's just like, I'm doing a specific type of shot that's pretty tricky that you just got to know. You got to do specifically, and I'm just, for some reason, it just won't. It's hard for me right now, but I'll figure it out. And once I do, hey, we'll be good. Because for those who don't know, it's like, well, the multiplayer works in everything. So it's like, once you figure out the multiplayer and you go through that type of process like I'm doing, or the action graphs, or the C#, or the Razor, all the games. So if you're ever making an add-on, you can understand it. And also a game. And also the source files of that said game. Because you're understanding what I like to call the universal skeleton keys that will allow you to unlock that said door to get you in and through of what you're trying to create. This is just mine right now. So, blame Phase Punch, because they broke the action graphs and delayed me. But that's right. Go in here and join. Because I'm having a great time. Earlier today, we were playing tons of games. I actually played more games today than I've done development, because it's a lot. It's a little event going on. It's the launch of S&Box. How can I not? We got all these other type of games, like, especially in the past 5 months, there's been a lot more big boy type of games. Not like, I mean, there is like simulator games, more type of Roblox type games, and then Newgrounds.com type of games. And then you got like the big stuff too. Right now, and then you got your Garry's Mod game modes. So there's TTT, Murder, Sled, Prop Hunt, DarkRP. Someone else already created DarkRP. Well, the reason, I'm not even joking, I created DarkRP. I was the only one creating DarkRP for a moment. It might sound like, dang, that's a pretty big thing to say. No, I'm not even kidding. I don't know if you could check GitHub history in some way and check the actual Gits and when they were published in a line. But I forked from the original DarkRP game that was created in 01 in S&Box. So when it first released, I actually got in like around 2 years ago. That release. There was a other release that you could only get invited to. But the other release, you had to go to their website and like sign up for it type stuff. So for that framework developed, and I took a break until 05. I came back in, and the dudes who were making the DarkRP stopped. And I thought the reason was why is because they're gonna wait until Garry's Mod 2 kind of finishes, and then for them to kind of get in. I don't know. But then, so like right now with like, so what I was trying to do is like learn, so I got into their project because it's, well, I don't know if it's still on GitHub, but the original forked DarkRP project that I have here on my GitHub, because this is on GitHub as well. That one, they stopped, and one of the dudes went in and was doing some other stuff. He then stopped, and just 3 weeks ago made a second version of the original project by himself instead of with the group that he had at the time. And that is a true DarkRP framework, and it's I assume it's like good enough for you to use. But for me and what I've created, funny enough, during that time, because at that time that dude wasn't creating anything for like 5 months. The dude who just created like DarkRP 2, like the second version of it. So that's actually funny because during that time I created, well, actually less time. It was like 5 months ago. In like 2 months, in 2 months, I created 80% of this and whatnot. Because I got frustrated that the dude isn't creating this stuff in DXRP. So I wanted to see just how hard it would be to actually create this said stuff, and it actually is pretty easy. So that's why it infuriates me that he doesn't do specific stuff, because he actually could be doing it, and he has the know-how because he created WireMod in Sandbox on DXRP. So he knows how to do that stuff. It's just he just doesn't want to, or didn't want to, which is valid because it's his game. It's not, and even if it was his game mode, still is valid, of course. Can you wants to dev anything? Yes. Yes, and also action graphs. But for action graphs, you can't do pure because you got to use C# to create your action graph variables. So technically, you got to do that. This is okay. Did I fire? It sucks because with action graphs, like I can't directly get. I mean, let's see. I gotta find it out. I gotta fire 0. What is this? Is it really this right here that is like breaking? Let's find out. All right. Let's not, I guess. Is it because I had another window? Yep. There's that memory bug. I never had this problem until 3 weeks ago when they updated the frickin' thing. So I don't know if, are we still live? We might be. Oh yeah, we are. That never happened. That's not normal. That's I don't know what they did to S&Box 3 weeks ago, but 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks ago, they didn't update. Whenever I got in, that first update, whatever that one was, And 2 updates has happened since then because they are rushing out some updates for the launch of S&Box. Did one today, which was like a week. Like, it was just a like little announcement update, nothing really too crazy. Your memory, I think it's both your virtual memory in your GPU and your actual memory. It's both, it's not just one. Because if I've noticed in Task Manager, like, bloat up, but it come back down. But it was just that bloat that just, boom, max memory. Alright. And it's like, sorry, you ran out of memory. Even though I probably only needed like 0.01 of it. All good though. What you want to see? How is the memory of that? Because it probably is lower. Yeah. Yeah, functions change. Yep. That's how that stuff is going to be for... That's why Face Punch is kind of screwing everybody over in their games. Because you're going to have to do that for their tools for Garry's Mod 2. So am I. That's why I haven't put it in yet. I'm kind of waiting as long as possible. Right now, right now I'm focusing on the UI, so it's perfect. I don't need to bring that in yet. But I will need to. And at that point, I just hope that it's good enough, which it won't be. So I'm just going to have to update a little bit after that. And I'm going to have to inject code in. So it's going to be a thing for that. Wait. Yeah, let's go. Close. Bang. But yeah, we are early. This is going to be awesome. This is. Definitely, like, not super long, but like within 2 years, we're getting any type of problems we're probably having now is probably going to be solved. Face Punch is doing updates in 2-week intervals still. They didn't say in the last update that they're stopping that. And they're not only updating S&Box, they're updating Garry's Mod 2 every 2 weeks. So that's like what the S&Box Face Punch team is doing right now. They're doing kind of both simultaneously, which is needed because if they really made Garry's Mod 2 like a full 1-to-1 in the sense of the list, then all, including my framework, would be in that list, like server list, game mode server list, but it isn't because that doesn't exist right now. There's a server list, but not that one with the categories, which is unfortunate. I low-key think they will add that in the future, but I don't know when. Oh, so it is there. Okay, so so it is. Wait, hold up. I'm narrowing it down. I'm narrowing it down. It might look like I'm not, but hey, do you know what? Hey, Domino's. Pizza. But, seriously, like with... Oh, no. It is. It's 4.4 right now. What is it doing? I gotta be careful. It's in a little spicy spot. It's crazy, too. PC, CPU, all looking hot. Or, like, chilling. Like, looking good. Nothing out of ordinary. GPU memory, looking at it, because I got MSI Afterburner. We're looking chill. I truly believe that's a memory leak. That's got to be a memory leak. That's not normal for me. Or my GPU's dying. But then if it was, it only happens with this game. I've played some intensive games recently. Unless it just broke. Or it could be breaking my GPU, technically, but... If it would be so unstable everywhere. But it's not. The type of crash, they'll be like, out of memory. I'm only happening here. Especially with the new instance. The new instance thing is crazy. So when you're not doing a new instance, it's not that bad. But especially right now, when you add a new instance, it does like increase the chances. And can you make a script add on the features that sell on the marketplace? Yes. That's going to be weird. Because that marketplace is going to have to accommodate for every game. So I don't know how they're going to do that. I guess you're going to have to like go to that marketplace and suggest for your game to be uploaded. Or something like that. I don't know. Kind of like Gmod Store. But instead of just for Gmod, it's going to be for DarkRP Easy Framework, DarkRP, all the other versions of DarkRP, DXRP, which is DarkRP, but more of like a sandbox type of DarkRP. Then you got your sandbox, and then you got all the other stuff, because each game has a different framework and API, which you literally cannot just drag and drop in because it won't work unless it does work. Which, that is going to be problematic for servers. But that means stuff is going to feel more unique than before in a way. Yeah, but no. I want to see, because, again, I don't know the dedicated server stuff. I hope that you can really do a lot with the dedicated servers files. Like, how much specifically, I need to figure out. Because if you could do what I think you could do, the server owners with DXRP will start adding jobs and stuff soon. It's funny because I already know how to do that. Yeah, I like the job files. Well, I not only know how to do that, I created my own version of it. It sounds so crazy. Dude, I never was able to do anything like this anywhere close. Like, anywhere. I'm dead serious too, dude. This is like, I'm so surprised. I was able to run a GarageMod server. I was able to do the code. It's like Lua a little bit, but it was really, I was great at configuring. Being a great configurer. Or configuring at Lua logic. Not great at creating it. No, could not, actually. Was not able at all. No bit of any of that knowledge was there at the time that I have now that allows me to really put the stuff in that I, number one, want, and number two, can, because we're capable due to the engine. Like, right now, I won't be able to import a custom model with a skeleton and stuff into GarageMod 1, or for, like, yeah, GarageMod. But in this one I can, and I've already done it. And I've created custom animations. Like that easy. And it's like, that's no more of a restriction, which is crazy. So it's not gonna be bad because then it's easy now. So it's like, oh man, I gotta like, so if you want that WireMod DXRP for your game, you gotta make it where it targets your stuff. Hey, if you don't know how to do that, wah, wah, wah. Face Punch's fault, because they didn't lock in on Gary's Mod 2 because it's not in the same architecture. If everything was technically a mod or an add-on, like it was for Gary's Mod, then it would be the same, and then that would be way easier. But it's not. So only a few games are gonna have like some add-ons. And mainly I predict, because the DXRP is so grandfathered in and has all, like, a lot of players and active players because people want to roleplay and that's the only place. The new DarkRP framework in mine, realistically, probably not going to get used. At least not as much, unless my framework is really attractive to add-on creators, map creators, server owners, and developers. That's what I'm making this for. That's the distinct difference. And me going through these hurdles, this is how it's going to be, and that's okay. But baby, ooh, it's going to be something. Ooh, it's going to be something. My SWEP system right now is all in action graphs. But you can make your own SWEP in C#. Like, if you don't want to be like, Ekaj, I'm a pureblood. I only code in C#. I don't use action graphs. Okay, you can. You can. Also, why did that happen again? What? Dude, I'm gonna flip out. That's right. But you can. You can use anything and all that stuff. So it's not a problem. So, but the thing is, in the other projects, right? You won't be able to do that with my SWEPs. You don't have my SWEP system. That's the attractive part that I'm trying to make for mine. That's actually unique and really cool. So, and the SWEPs are detected in the add-ons folder. So you create a SWEP in here, it can be in here like a true Gary's Mod add-on folder. When I mean SWEP, I mean, like, yeah, I legit have SWEP files, job files, I was testing map save files and seeing how I could best do that. Door group categories, chat commands, just a random category that you then can change, and ammo definitions. It all works as single player. But if I go in here, right here. Oh, that's right, I forgot about that too. But yeah, so if you want your action graph on your custom swept, so if you want to make a fizz gun, you can easily make a fizz gun in action graph. Guess what? I did. So, having to go in here, boom. You can edit with the fire, aim, reload, change fire mode, and extra keybinds. I allow you to add extra keybinds. It works. And not only that, but I allow you to add extra booleans, ints, floats, and strings via the pluses that do with the name and the extra bool. Like this is like the boolean here. So if you want custom, because why is that so important? Well, because when you're in this action graph, you can't normally making temp variables and action graphs suck. So I'm allowing you to create them actually in the file. And if they're in the file, you can access them in the file, which means then you can create your own custom variables in there that will work on this specific file. That will then be used in the action graphs that you want. And then if these are fired, the variables are there that are being used to then fire, which works. Not theoretically, it works. I've already tested this. It already works. I've created the fizz gun system and stuff. Their swept systems, DarkRP, DXRP, has nothing like this. That's my system. And not only that, but that type of mentality is everywhere. But that's like probably one of the best parts of it, of my framework in getting this, because that's actually kind of crazy. I'm actually kind of, and then all your sound effects are here too. All your normal damage, like legit, the exact same stuff you had in Gary's mod is here, plus more. That you would need. I want to make documentation on it so it's easy. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna make videos on it so it's easy too. So be like, oh, this is how this. Look at this. Boom, boom, click, click, click. This, boom, 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 click. Look, I made the fizz gun. Or boom, boom, boom. Here's this, and whatnot. But yeah, so that one thing. That's so, okay, I don't know exactly what I'm encountering here, but we're right next to it. So, what did we confirm? Well, we confirmed that these two variables are working. This is this breaking? Maybe this is breaking. Oh, it might be the log here that's breaking, low key. Let me delete that. That might be actually breaking. If not, I'm going to get even more confused and do a backflip on my chair. And if I land, I land. And if I don't, I don't. Who's with me? Join instance. Also, my door's over here, so I'll be like, oh, what's over here? Wait, doors? What do these do? Actually, it does work. It might not, because the key thing that I'm using is, I think, broken currently. Yeah, because it's not plugged. I just remembered, yeah, it's not plugged. It works. I have to break parts of my code in order to get it to work, which is unfortunate, because I'm like, yes! I one-to-one recreated the DarkRP door system. Owning and everything. The showing of players in the server. And removing. Oh my god, dude, I'm actually insane when I think about that. I forgot about that. I can't believe I edited that, because that's actually kind of tricky. I remember. But hey, we did it. It's crazy. Uh-oh. Oh, hey. Wait, it actually sent it. What did it say? Playing a secret game? We're good, we're good. That was a little bit of a scare. We almost went under. Okay. Oh, no error. Oh my god. Everything's breaking as I'm thinking, and it's making me blinking. Did this break too? Are we alive right now? Yeah, we are. I'm speechless. And then it became more speechless. And you, low-key, the percentile chance of Gary Newman being an Eldritch God goes up dramatically by a few percent when stuff like this happens. Low-key. Because what is that? And what happened? It's the memory bug, and it annihilated my stuff even more. And not only that, I can't even see you guys really right now. That's how bad it kind of broke this time. Maybe my GPU is dying, but it can't be because I did other stuff. Maybe off stream. No, I played Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk literally is more intensive, has more intensive stuff than a... If you think that it's not, oh my god. Oh, because I literally modded it. Actually, funny enough, the red engine is really similar to Sandbox. Like, the S&Box, I'm not joking. It has components and has game objects and prefabs. No joke. So, and each one of those characters in that game, the actual characters, most of them have over 30 components on them. Different components. Yes, you heard that right. Different components. The big characters have over 50. There's more than one of those in a scene at a time. In a visual dependent game like that. Which means there's a lot of high textures running, and which means a lot of texture budget, which means visual memory, which is your GPU type stuff, and your overall memory. So what do we see in here? We're actually seeing a bug, because there's no way my GPU would handle Cyberpunk, let alone this, or if it wouldn't be able to handle this, let alone Cyberpunk. You know what I mean? It's literally, like, that doesn't make sense. So, I really don't believe this is actually my GPU. It could be. Because this is GPU-related type of stuff of, like, memory, like, problems. And not artifacts, but memory-type problems. Fascinating. We need to get Gary Boss. Dude, when I crash, it just, like, at the top of the screen, just slides down, like, Dark Souls, and it's just a name, Gary Newman, and like the red bar like goes from 0 and fills it all the way up. He's here. Now you gotta battle him before you get back in. He uses memory crash. Your PC explodes. He won this time. Dang. Dang. Let me BRB real quick. I think we're okay on this stuff. Yeah, I think we are. So load it back up. Yes. So what just happened there, dude? You know why I'm so upsetty spaghetti? Because you know what was bugging out? And I didn't believe it, and I looked at it multiple times. It was the print string. It was legitimately the debug log. And it was because the debug log had arguments that weren't being filled. So it errored out each time. And I kept thinking it was another reason. So now we're back at square one on trying to figure out if this is a freaking player of a host or if it's a proxy. Because guess what? It's the same effing game object. And I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how much I try to get it into picking it itself and not the others that are in the lobby. Oh my. I'd rather take this and throw it out the window. So far, that they won't even know. But you can watch from afar. And watch me throw the odd inside. Remember mean and remember mean. Times I tried so and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't matter. Gary Newman just trolls you. No. Come on, Gary. I'm your biggest fan. I'm actually probably one of his biggest fans, though. I don't have his porch in my room, though. Not like that type of fan. But I do have his face as an emote. In Discord. That's true. So I guess, yeah, partly. So yeah, the debug log. So now we got to go back and fix that, which is great. But I've never experienced that before, and that's one of the things where it's like you just experience stuff like that, and hey, and the problem was the debug log, or the warning that it automatically spit out. It wasn't saying exactly that. But you know what made me think it was? Because it said input. Input, if you ever see an error say input, look at anything where you type in text or input something. Because that's what that means. Any of the inputs. Like, the left side of a node, all that stuff on the left side that you plug in is called an input. Everything on the right-hand side of a node is called an output. Every single one of them. The execution one and all the lower ones. So, any of the inputs. So stupid. It actually is so dumb that it didn't just say the debug log was breaking, even though it knows exactly what it is, because it it knows where it is, so it can know where, like, what it is. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's breaking exactly here, iamekaj, in your input on this. Okay, then tell me the node. Don't just tell me that, because I'm looking around and seeing where that is, and I'm looking around it because it's telling me the error's here, when actually the problem's here. And that's C#, that's languages, that's how that works. When your code breaks, it's normally not always exactly here. You'll see some like crazy error down here, like multiple errors, and one of them's like all the way down here, and all of that's good. But it's actually because one of your pieces of code is broken all the way at the top, that is linked to that bottom piece of code, which then, once this breaks, that breaks. So you gotta fix the top code to fix the bottom code. So stupid. But the thing is, with C#, with just writing in all languages, you can't see the lines. But the lines are connecting for the code to actually work. So, but that's why action graphs are... Any visual scripting is definitely superior over just typing, based on that fact. I can have a graph full of 1,000 lines, all of them run green, but one of them runs red. You're gonna think I'm not gonna see that red line instantly. Now here, I can't see it, because why? Because I'm on a proxy. They can't, you can't see the freaking lines in the proxy. So I gotta run in blind old school where I'm visually scripting, but with blindness. Legitimately, that's exactly what's happening. That's why you're seeing me, like, really struggle here, because I can't see my nodes fire at all. And that's what you have to do with C#, like anything. It's just like, dude, how do you even make a game engine? How do you do any of that stuff? Let me BRB real quick. I gotta go get, hey, who wants some jam from the, food and drinks? I'm getting some. Yeah, I was gonna suggest that, yeah, print string, because it was referencing arguments. Yep. Isn't that crazy? So crazy. Yo, great thinking, though. You're right. You're right. That's what it was. Sorry about that, sweaties. I'm back. Dude, I can't believe it was that simple of a freaking bug. But it happens. It's all good, and guess what? It's kind of good that that happened. You know why? Because that's getting us one step closer to hearing this. Do you hear it? Do you hear? Anatoly, do you hear the DarkRP players loading in? I do. In the pipes. Anatoly. Dmitry. Oh, I can't get it right now. Crap. I was gonna get one of my Metro books. It's legit, it's an arm's wreath, but it's got stuff stacked on it, which is gonna fall. And I don't want to try to pick stuff up right now, so don't prevent that. Go. One moment. Brilliant. Oh, yo, microphone! Hey, it's okay. We take him in stride. What I was saying is, do you hear it? Do you hear the music? I was like, Anatoly, do you hear the music? Do you hear the music do you hear the music? It sounds like players loading into the DarkRP server. In the pipes. Yes. And us getting into one step at a time into the framework that this is one step closer. Let's step closer. Let's go. It doesn't matter if it was a little poopy bug. It doesn't matter if it was like whatever. One step closer, understanding this. And also, if we don't even, it's like, hey, if the framework, if we never use it in the end, hey, who cares? Because guess what? Or for like the DarkRP stuff, who cares? Because guess what? It's going to be used for the IM gaming stuff. I mean, like, we got awesomeness here. This could be a great single player framework. No joke, for like elevators, right? Doors and different like levels, right? And then you can change the door system UI. Because we got that type of system in. It's, I mean, it's DarkRP, but you still work with it, right? Then adjust it a little bit for what we need. Let's go. One step. One domino. One piece at a time. For us to create an image, in the image that is in our mind, the DarkRP server, and all the goodies we got that will come in time. Let's go. So, let's do that one method, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we, sir? Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's go. It's gonna be sick, bro. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick, dude. It's a really. We got the devs in. Wait, we having a fun time in. It's like, dude, the S&Box is like the whole idea of it is kind of like what I am gaming is. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, we do our, hey. We do some logic, and we go have some fun. And it's just all in the same house this time. You know, like Unreal Engine, it's like, okay, we go play other games like I've seen, but like instead, nah, hey, let's just hold escape. Go into another one. Hey, invite to party. There you go. Ready? You're just join. It's like, what? Oh, it's like... It's kind of crazy because you know why it's actually a little crazy for me? Because I've been playing Hella Loose and they... Wait, Hella Loose and S&Box? Hell in S. S and Hellbox? S and Hella Loose? That'd be crazy. But anyways, but the party system. There's no party system, so I haven't... Since really H&G, I haven't really done the party system like that. Or, well, I do it like with War Thunder, but like that's legit kind of one of the only games. No joke. So now I can really do that stuff again, which is super sick. I mean, the party system is, hey, go join when... join my server when there's, not a max players. But now I can, like, join with and it'll probably be like, can't join because full. And if it doesn't say that, then it will error out and say disconnected, so... It won't, because it won't let you in. Or maybe it will and put you in a queue. I don't think there is any type of queue systems right now. But, this is sick. And then if you're like, dude, we're gonna have, hey, so we're gonna have the sweaty devs coming in, we're gonna have the server. Hey, if you want to check it out, hey, do you? Sweaty devs? When I get the dedicated server going, you interested in trying it a little bit? If so, let me know. I gotcha. I assume so. I wonder how that's gonna work. You know what I mean? It's like this project file, because that's exactly what I'm gonna be testing. That's my main question. I know the other stuff. I just don't know that, and that stays, like... You know, because it depends if, like, how I take my framework and change it. Or not. And, like, that's, like, whatever. Like, pretty big thing. Let's not really focus on it. Let's go. Again, let's go, dude. Alright. Which ones are that? I always forget because, dude, I get overwhelmed with the debug log. That's right. Did find fire, right. It's the double, yeah, right. Let's go, let's go. Did find fire. We're gonna make pizza pies. Did find fire, yes. Oh. Fascinating. So this is the player. So, okay. Close this god forbidden window. Dang, do I get some? I might. Low key. I should have did a little bit... I mean, this... Oh, wait, how much? 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11. And... Yeah, I'm about to break my stream record. And I might today. I mean, it's the day to do it. It really is. I might. I should have done it sooner, but I'm just such in a dev mode. Why not? Hold on, let me put this on. I mean, it's like, why not? Let me think. Well, so what did I confirm now? Because we were, dude, Gary Newman. He made that log break. He controlled the series of time and made me do that. But I like my mind frame is locked in now. And so what am I testing? I'm trying to see, is this truly, because in the DarkRP stuff, we could see that the player's name for the second iamekaj is got the 2. It doesn't here. So like, maybe this is saying it's the same one, but it's not. I wanted to test if that really was. Guess what? It really is the same one. It really is the same mekaj. It's not getting me, even though this is me in the second one. And when you know into the crazier part, it's a proxy. This is firing, saying true, it is the second one that's firing this, not the host. So what in the world of the indie? You know what I mean? So that means, do I try my other method on finding the person who is a proxy? Because maybe we got... Remember when I never... The one time... Dude, you see me do it all the time. I copy and paste my code and leave it there in the red box. The one time I don't, it's... I need it again. That's exactly... No! No! Crap. That's why I always do it. I never really go back. That's the funniest part. So it's like, dang it. This is legit one of the times I need it. Yeah, let me throw out that one paper that the teacher needs when they never talk about it. Of course, the day I do it, hey guys, we're gonna be looking at this. Remember when we did that paper 4 months ago? We need it now. It's like, oh my god. I just have that. I don't know why. My timing is crazy with that. That's why I make it. That's why they make my brain go woo woo. Game object. This is still going to be the same thing, and it's going to make me upset. But that's okay, because we're finding. We're figured out. So go into the object. Through each one of these, I want to see if this network. That's it. I was like, what am I looking for? Network. There is no owner ID. I'm gonna cry. Why? Newman? Newman, you make innocent people cry. How does that make you feel? Good, he in a menacing tone. Good. Buy my items. And that makes him sound really bad, but like he does some really great stuff. He does. That's why it's a meme. He really is pretty good. I mean, it's the dude is doubling the play fund for the developers. Like, come on. You know what I mean? They didn't just pocket that. That's hot. That is pretty hot. That, not most of it, but like enough for that where they know that they got enough to work with. That is pretty nice. That's actually incredibly nice. So he's taking what like part of what he's earning and putting it back into the system so that further thrives. You gotta get that credit. It's like, that's great. No other freaking studio would do something like that. No other thing would do that like that. So if there is gonna be price, boom, back. And he didn't even say that. Well, not with the recent post. Maybe he did a few months ago, but not for the one I saw of him saying, "Yeah, I'm going to double the play fund if you guys buy the game." You know, like make you buy. If you guys buy the game enough, I'm going to double the play fund. Maybe he did say that, but no, he's like, actually, hey, you guys bought it. Hey, now we can double it. It's like, what? That's crazy. Like that's awesome. So whatever the play per player. Which is probably not that high, but it's good. It's good enough that for them, it can boost them. What if this whole time I can't do what I need to do in here, and that's like another thing of Gary Newman. He's purposely doing this to troll me. He says he is. Continue. Look at the graph. It's got some loads. They don't work. Do it. Look at the graph. Fall in love with it. Everything that's inside there is fake. No. Gary Newman is with inside your server. You're editing, right? Bloop. Gary Newman has joined in the editor. Gary Newman is here. It says. You get the achievement in game, and you don't even have a game. That's when you know he's here. He just somehow went on enter if editor, just still show it. If on editor, attach UI in my body component onto their world and displayed on their body, so then it displays on their screen the UI and sound.